All this stuff going on at the minute is ridiculous, to be honest. You know, you've got comedies being taken off the Netflix and BBC, the TV and streaming sites and stuff, just for being against, for all these stupid reasons, like Little Britain was taken off because Matt Lucas and David Williams dressed up as black people or something. Or I think that's fucking stupid. Even though there's nothing offensive about that at all, and it was because of all this Black Lives Matter shite. Um, all lives matter, not just black people's. We're all victims. We're all in this shit together. So whether you're black, white, or Asian, so let's just move on from that shit. Say no more fucking about it. Simple fucking solutions, people. Um, Nigel Farage said that humour is dead, and he's right in saying that, because they've taken everything off. They've taken The Mighty Boosh off Netflix. They've taken The League of Gentlemen, which I haven't seen, but it looks quite good. And they've taken Little Britain, Come Fly With Me, and obviously the Fawlty Towers episode and everything else. Now, it's people are so soft, and people are a bunch of pussies nowadays, so offended by stupid fucking things, and it's driving me nuts. I used to think I was the weird one, but I'm not, because I realise the truth, and I'm separate from all of it, and I'm on the outside, and I'm looking in, like through the looking glass. I'm like, what the fuck is actually happening? It's ridiculous, and it's pathetic as well. I mean, why can't people just live their lives and just that be it? Like, why can't people just get on with their shit instead of having to make a big deal about something small things? They take a small thing and they blow it out of proportion. If you look at the universe is huge. The Earth is tiny. People, we are even smaller on that planet, and people's phones and laptops and blah 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 even tinier. So when you think about it like that, what's the problem? What's the big deal? It's just like you see the perspective when you think of it like that. All these systems, man-made constructs of political correctness, people's egos are systems, and the way people are programmed and conditioned. You just think, what does it actually mean? People become so attached to it, and then it becomes their reality, and then that's all they know, and then they think it's a big thing when it's just ideas. They're so loose, they're just thoughts. These fucking, the rulers are just, all they're doing is enforcing ideas onto people, and I think it's really just as simple as that, a compilation of ideas and systems and rules, but they don't mean anything. And the thing is, it's not working. The system is not working, and it's breaking down. And the reason why I think it's breaking down, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about many things, but I'm talking about it because obviously, why the fuck not? I ain't got anything better to do. But I think the system is breaking down because it's not natural. I think that the only system that works is nature. That's the only system that seems to work efficiently. It's self-sufficient. But this unnatural world we live in, of the system, the society, the industry. I have no problem with industry, but it's done in the wrong way, and it's very polluting, and it's polluting people's lives as well. And it's all unnatural, and it doesn't work. And it's all breaking down. People are becoming ungrateful and soft and lazy as well. You know, people don't realize. I don't. Not everyone. I'm not going to generalize here. I'm not going to, you know, I think that some people don't realize how much of a privilege it actually is to be alive and to be a human being, and to have so many gifts that so many things you can do every day. Because you can do, being a human being, we are the creators. We can do anything we want. We can paint a picture, we could write a song, we can go for a walk, we can decide a lot of things. We have a lot of choices, you know. compared to animals in nature, which are being enslaved and put in cages and sent to slaughterhouses and things like that, being human, we actually have a little bit more freedom of choice to some extent. But everyone's fucking miserable. It's like, just appreciate what you've got, count your blessings, and just deal with it. You know, just work with the best of what you've got. And I think that's basically just common sense, really. Some people say that common sense is not common nowadays, and I think that there is some truth to that in a lot of ways. I've seen people in the shops and stuff. They just look miserable all the time. They don't think they're just on their phones. People are on their phones all the time. But at the end of the day, I don't judge people for that, because at the end of the day, people are still human beings. But it's not the I don't think it's ever the people's fault, because the people, when we're kids, we grow up in this world, and as we grow up, all these rules and these systems and things are just conditioned into us, and then when we grow up, it becomes the lie becomes the truth, basically. And then when we grow up, we believe all this crap that we're fed, and we're indoctrinated into this system where we have to serve these corporate masters, basically. And it's all bullshit, and it doesn't serve the people. It serves them. And that's as simple as that. And it's always been like that, and I don't think it's ever going to change. But the way the government are going, they're destroying the earth, they're destroying themselves, they're destroying people, and it's all going to fucking collapse, and probably will. And I think humanity will just dissolve. And I don't have a problem with that. Let it break down, because it never worked in the first place, with this system, with the government and industry and stuff. I think David Attenborough said that, he said basically, with or without us, the earth will renew and rebalance itself. And I think when you think about it like that, either way, there's no danger. So it's like, why is everyone getting so stressed and serious about it? I don't even get stressed about anything anymore. I am completely just neutral about it. I don't think about it. I don't even talk about it much, apart from this video. Everything else, I'm just like, okay, fine, this is what's happening. Fine, whatever. This is just the way it is inevitably happening, and that's basically it. But the thing is, when things get worse, they inevitably get better, because suffering is so close to happiness, death is so close to life. They work together. These two notions work together. So when things get worse and hit rock bottom, they will inevitably go back up again. And people are starting to wake up, I think, now a little bit, actually, from all this crap going on. People are starting to notice that things are so bad now that they're no longer becoming NPCs or just programs of the system. They're actually sort of, not everyone, but more people, I think, are breaking away, starting to realise this is all bullshit. And why should we as people give in to these rules and systems and everything else and shit, when we could simply just be ourselves? Life is really not that complicated. Just be yourself, do what you want in life. As long as you're not hurting anyone else or yourself, it's fine. Be happy, more importantly. Find some level of brightness and things that work for you. I know it's hard work, but hard work eventually becomes easy, and just be human. Find a bit of fun in life. I've been studying a bit of Tao philosophy, and in Tao they say return to infancy, which doesn't mean go back to being a crazy child. It just means finding that level of innocence, basically. Finding that it means going back to being sort of like innocent, like a child, and having fun and seeing everything without limitations. Because when we become adults, there's all these rules and these labels and this and that. Oh, trans, gay, blah blah blah, all this crap basically, which are fine. I don't have a problem with it. Too many rules and too many restrictions and limitations. But when you're a kid, you don't think of it like that. You know, you just think, you just accept things for the way they are, and you just think, okay, fine. You see everything as limitless. If you want to do a painting, you'll just do a painting, or something like that. So that's what it means. And I really like studying the natural way of nature through these philosophies, because it really does help, and it really does. And it's simple as well, you know, very simple. There's all these words that the government use on people and everything else. It just, you think, what does that mean? You know, they say they say things like, you know, people of color. What does that mean? You know, what people, fucking rainbows or something? People of color just means black person. Why don't you just say black person, or Asian, or whatever? You know, these simple words. You know, direct, honest language is not an easy. Is not It's I mean, it's not a hard thing to ask for, is it? It's not too much to ask, is it? I mean, it's weird, but it's all breaking down, like I said, and that's good. And I think things will improve through all of this, because, you know, whenever there's chaos, there's always order that follows. You know, because the order is created from the chaos. You know, they work together. But I think when you remove both notions of suffering and happiness, life and death, things like that, you become free, because you accept it as just being part of nature. You don't see good and bad. You just see nature, just energy, you know. And it's really that simple. It's good, sometimes I think in life it's good to simplify. You know, I filled with so many complicated things. I used to think the answer was just so complicated, because I used to think I was so complicated and that my answers and solutions were complicated. But really, solutions in life are so simple most of the time. The best answers are always the simplest, and it's good to just break it down. You know, it's, our heads are filled with so many things. I don't like to go on Facebook or Instagram, social media and shit, because people's heads can be filled with so much garbage. And I just think, you know, I think it's really strange. You know, I like to just go to my local forest and find a nice lake with some water, and I just sit down. That's all I do. I just sit down and breathe, and that's it. That's all I do, and find a level of peace. And I listen to the stillness, the quietness. I look at the sky, I look at the clouds, I look at the water, and I look at everything. But the thing is, I don't just look at things. I look at things deeper, and I start noticing the details, the ripples in the water, the sound of this, and, you know, observing things, you know, more, and finding more peace from literally just what most people probably think is mundane, but it's not. You know, it's just simple things in life is always the best things, I think. So I think that pretty much clears everything up. Speaking of Faulty Towers, I've actually got Faulty Towers here, so you still can't stop me watching Faulty Towers BBC, because I got the fucking DVDs now, you cunts. And the German episode's on here, so haha, I'm gonna watch it as many fucking times as I fucking want, basically. So take it off TV, take it off this. I've even got the DVDs of Little Britain as well. You can take it off Netflix, you can take it off this, and this. I got it on DVD. You know, what, you gonna come round my house and fucking take it off me, mate? Go on. Go ahead. You've already taken everything else. So I think it's good to just have a laugh and a joke and just to be simple and just to see the bigger picture. And when you think about nature and the bigger picture, you realize that things are moving without our control, and there are patterns to life, and it isn't in our control at all. The government try and control the world, but the world is a spiritual vessel and it can't be controlled. So why control it? Why try and control something that can't be controlled? You know, ego, money, greed, they don't matter. So it's just this isn't a rant or anything. This is just putting things into perspective, and it's just clarifying things. And hopefully, I doubt anyone's going to watch this video, but I thought clear it off my mind and share it with other people. Maybe I might help people in a way. People might think, oh, that's making some good points, and they might agree with me and might not. I don't know. I'm not here to make a debate. I'm not arguing. I'm not this or that or the other. I don't want to fucking cause over analytical paragraphs and discussions with people or anything like that. I just wanted to make this video just to sort of make people see the bigger picture and maybe help people in some way, shape or form to just simply separate from all this stuff, because a lot of people are attached to all this negative shit and it's getting them down, and they're like, I can't leave the house, this and that. But look at the bigger picture. I always think that my life could be a lot worse, and the fact that it's not makes me feel better about myself. There are people in really poor countries that don't even have a nice home like mine. So you gotta sometimes it's like a daily practice. You have to remind yourself. So that's it, yeah.